If there was a body language of closing that you absolutely need to know about so that you do not create sales sabotage, what would it be? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about body language for salespeople and body language for closing. So this last week, I'm riding with a sales guy, and I'm sitting there, I'm watching, I'm riding Copilot, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm listening, and the sales guy's doing fantastic. And he gets really excited and wants to close the deal. So he asks the buyer the closing question, and as the buyer is sitting there, he is calculating in his head monthly payments. And the way that you know this is, he was sitting there just like calculating with his fingers. Like they used to teach in school, I don't know if they do anymore, but they used to teach like this is how you multiply and this is how you figure things out. So I'm sitting in the Copilot seat and I'm sitting there like this, and I'm watching and the guy's calculating, like, ooh, this sale's good, it's closed. And the buyer is sitting over here and he's calculating out. And then the sales guy, he starts talking, so I kick him under the table, right? I'm like, stop talking, man. Stop talking. I'm not saying he would have. I'm just saying it could have created some problems in the sales process. It could have created some discounts. It could have created some issues. So my sales advice, my sales tip, my sales strategy for you, if you are ever sitting with a buyer and you ask them the closing question and you got a monthly payment or they're thinking about the money and you see them start doing this with their fingers and almost like they're talking to themselves. You're like, whoa, did this guy or this girl just go into a trance? What's going on? They are figuring out money in their head. That is your time to be quiet and let them figure things out, right? So like when I go buy stuff and when I make purchases, if the salesperson interrupts me in my thought process, I'm gonna let them know. I'm like, hey, time out. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna buy your widget or gizmo. Simmer down, let me figure out the money situation, right? Because I'm doing the same thing. So if you are ever sitting with a buyer and you see them do this, talk to themselves, calculating, playing ping pong in their head, they are figuring out how to pay for your product, your good, your widget, your gizmo. Let them do their thing, and chances are high probability they're going to come back and go, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So there you go. Body language of closing for the buyer. They might play I'm going to tap my fingers and talk to myself to figure out how I make my monthly payments. So pay attention to that. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then last off, you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.